Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry that I didn't do a video today. I was mostly working today and I kind of am a little drained from working, but I wanted to return to you for this premiere video that's premiering tonight at 12 or 1 a.m. For Demon Hunter's Extremist album review for their, I believe, 7th studio album that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys tonight. So I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for this next marathon studio album review for Demon Hunter, uh, Extremist, and I was making sure that this was the 7th studio album, which I believe it is. So, and I'll let you know my thoughts on this Demon Hunter Extremist album. So let's dive into this album review. Now it starts with the first song, Death, and off the bat, I think it's a solid start. It opens the album up pretty good, but um, I think this is my least favorite because of how it's sounding with Brian Clark screaming and some of his some of the drum work and the guitar work's pretty good, but just the way Ryan Clark is singing the track and all that, it has its mixed baggage moments. So 4.5 out of 5 for Death. It didn't really start the song off until like around close to the minute mark of the song. So that's what disappointed me with the track. The chanting stuff at the beginning was iffy. So yeah, but that's my opinion at least. Artificial Light was a pretty good track. Really enjoyed it. Wasn't sure if I was feeling with some of the verses or feeling for some of the verses for how the song starts. But other than that, pretty strong track when the chorus comes in. It sounds pretty good, so 5 out of 5. What I'm Not is a pretty strong track for sure. I really enjoyed this one. It has some moments where you don't know if you're going to feel for this track, but it's kind of a listen for yourself to see what you think of it, of course. So I think Ryan Clark singing in it sounds really good, and some of his screaming moments in the track sound pretty good. So 5 out of 5 for What I'm Not. The last one, Alive, was a pretty enjoyable kind of balladish song. It has some heavy drum work and guitar work, but with Ryan Clark's clean vocals in this track, it amazed me with how good it sounded. So 5 out of 5 for this one. I Will Fail You is one of the songs that's off the latest release from their last release, which is Songs of Death and Resurrection. That's the resurrected version. Um, but still, the original song, I Will Fail You, pretty good song. Really enjoyed this one. And I really like how it's sounding overall with Ryan Clark singing in the track. So it's pretty melodic for most of it until you get to some good drum work and guitar work at the, I guess, chorus of the track. So it sounds pretty good. So 5 out of 5. One Last Song was a banger instantly. Really liked this one for sure. Ryan Clark's screaming vocals in it are pretty good. They tend to drag their songs out a little longer with this album to make it a full runtime of an hour with the extra tracks, of course. So 5 out of 5 for One Last Song. It's a really good track. I like the guitar riffs in it, and I like the drum work in it. And Ryan Clark's screaming potential in this track amazed me. Cross to Bear is another banger for sure. It definitely rocks. There were moments I wasn't sure if I was connecting with certain sections in the track, but other than that, this song really blew me away with how good it was. So 5 out of 5. Hell Don't Need Me was a pretty strong track. Um, I like the lyrics when Ryan Clark is singing them, and the way he's singing it sounds pretty interesting. And give me a moment, guys. I gotta pause the video. Hey guys, sorry about that. I just had to pause the video for a second. My mom needed something from me, but basically, Hell Don't Need Me is a pretty strong track. Really enjoyed it. Ryan Clark's singing in it with his melodic, clean vocals sound pretty good. So 5 out of 5 for this one. In Time, I wasn't sure if I was connecting with this one at certain moments in it, but I still enjoyed the track. It's a pretty strong song. So 5 out of 5 for this one. Beyond Me is a pretty amazing song. Ryan Clark's screaming vocals in it sound really good. The drum work and guitar work is excellent. And basically, in my personal opinion, it's excellent. But still, it impressed me with how good this song was. So 5 out of 5. And his screaming vocals were amazing in this track. Gasoline had some melodic moments with the verses with Ryan Clark singing in it, but when the chorus came, and there's some melodic moments in the chorus until he screams gasoline, and it sounds pretty cool with how the scream comes in. So 5 out of 5 for Gasoline. The Heart of a Graveyard is another song that's on the Songs of Death and Resurrection, but that's the resurrected version for it. So this is the original song for it, and it sounds really good, for sure. I like the drum work in it and how it's following along with the song, its melody and all that. So Ryan Clark sounds good vocally in this track, so 5 out of 5. Waste Me was a solid one. Wasn't sure if I was feeling for the echoing vocals in the background. Um, the vocals from other, I guess, members of the band that were singing background vocals. I'm not 100% sure, but basically, yeah, I didn't feel for the echoing vocals in the background. But other than that, the song did good in its own way, so 4.5 out of 5. Helpless Hope was an amazing song to close out this Extremist album for the whole deluxe edition. So 5 out of 5 for this one. I like how the melody is sounding and basically Ryan Clark's singing, and it's very monotone, but this, in my personal opinion, works with how it's sounding. So 5 out of 5. Overall, production, mixing, and execution, I think Demon Hunter's Extremist album was a really good listen. Definitely rocks for sure. Highly recommend you check it out. And overall, I think Demon Hunter Extremist album is a pretty good listen. Well, really good listen, I guess you could say. Definitely recommend checking this album out if you haven't listened to their 7th studio album, Extremist. I believe this is their 7th studio album. So, for a score for me, I'm giving Demon Hunter's Extremist 2014 album. Gonna give it a 9 out of 10. This definitely rocked for sure, and I really enjoyed it with how it was sounding overall. The delivery with Ryan Clark screaming and his clean vocals sound really good in this album, and basically the execution for each song did pretty well except for 2 tracks, which was Death and Waste Me. Those ones I don't know if I was feeling for, but other than that, still pretty strong album. So 9 out of 10 for Demon Hunter Extremist. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of this premiere video that I did for you guys for Demon Hunter's Extremist album if you've listened to it. This is premiering at like 1 a.m. I believe is when I'm going to premiere it. And if you did enjoy this album review that I did for you guys for Demon Hunter Extremist album, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I will be returning to you for another review for Bandmaid's Unleash album review. Or EP review, I meant to say. It's only 8 songs. So it's like a runtime of like 28 minutes or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But I'll listen to it for myself and see what I think of the J-Rock band, the Japanese rock girl group, Bandmaid, and see what I think of their new album. or new release or whatever. Keep calling it an album when it's technically an extended play. So I hope you enjoyed this Demon Hunter Extremist album review. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Definitely tune into this premiere video tonight if you want to see a good review and all that. So till then, stay safe, take care guys, and as always, I will see you in my next review.